example 1 says, Sean and Tim are selling raffle tickets. So far, Sean sold X tickets. Tim has sold 5 more tickets than half of the number of tickets that Sean sold. Write an expression that represents the number of raffle tickets that Sean and Tim sold all together. Okay, so a couple things we need to know. One is Sean sold X tickets. So we don't know how many tickets Sean sold, but we do know it's X. So I'm going to say Sean X. Next, it says Tim has sold 5 more tickets than half of the number of tickets that Sean sold. Oof. So I'm going to say Tim. So he sold 5 more tickets than half of the number of tickets. So Tim sold 1/2 of Sean's X and then 5 more tickets than that. It's kind of weird. So this is 5 more tickets than half of the number of tickets that Sean sold. And we said Sean is X. Okay. So we need to write an expression that represents the number of raffle tickets they sold together. So we're just going to add these together. Sean sold X tickets. And then we're going to add it to Tim's. And Tim sold 1/2 X plus 5. So we can add these two together down here because they both have an X, but when we have a fraction, it's easier when both of them have the same denominator. So another way we can write X, and we want to have 2 in the denominator, like it is over here, we can write it as 2 over 2x, because it's technically 1x, so we can write it as 2 over 2x. So I'm going to write that over here. 2 over 2x plus 1/2 x. Oops. Plus 5. Now 2 over 2x plus 1/2 x. Remember when we add, we just add the top numbers. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Keep the bottom number. So we have 3/2 x plus 5. And however many tickets Sean sold, we can plug that in for X and find out how many tickets they sold all together. There's our answer. 3/2 x plus 5. Now let's go down to number 2. And example 2 says the length of a rectangle is 5/2 units greater than twice its width. If its width is W, write an expression that gives the perimeter of the rectangle in terms of W. So the length of the rectangle, let's see, we can do it in the colors again, is 5/2 units greater than twice the width. So it's 2 times the width, so 2 times W, and then it's 5/2 greater than that. So we're going to have plus 5/2. Okay. And then W is just W. Doesn't say anything about that. So remember, how we solve for the perimeter is, so I'm going to write it down here, perimeter equals of a rectangle L plus L plus W plus W. I'll show you why that is. If we were to draw a rectangle, we have the length here, width here, width here. So we have to add up all of those sides. So I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. The lengths, I'm going to write it up and down, are 2W plus 5/2. That's the first length. The second length is also 2W plus 5/2. And then we have plus the width, plus the width. And really, the number in front of both of those W's are 1. And now we just need to add them all together. So let's add our numbers first. 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 6W. Plus, well, 5 halves plus 5 halves, I can write it this way. 5 halves plus 5 halves. Keep the 2 on the bottom. 5 plus 5 is 10. And we can simplify that. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we have 6W plus 5. And that's our answer. So I'll make this a little smaller so you can see all of it.